What's up, you guys? It's Adwoa-Sugar here with you. I have to make this video, and it is what it is, but I have to be real. Okay, so ever since Ghana stepped up, Ghana's president went to the UN and talked about placing the transatlantic slave trade as the gravest crime against humanity, right? And it actually got voted, as it should, that it was. And I'm thankful for that. But it's like a spin now. Like things are being twisted as if Ghana and other African nations are putting this in place because they feel like they should have reparations. That is not, please don't focus on that, because that's not what it is. If anything, that is a form of distraction. I don't know if you remember, a lot of us wasn't born then that time, if you're in your 30s or 40s, right? There was a coming together of Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Gaddafi, Kwame Nkrumah, and other leaders. Other black melanated leaders were trying to come together. And they were trying to establish something for black people because they saw what we were going through. They saw the crimes against us. They saw, what happened in history, and they didn't want to repeat it. They wanted to make us all one and come together. But there were some people that were that were black people that didn't see the future as something that they should connect to. They saw greed and money from other countries to manipulate them, right? And as we speak right now, it's like another narrative trying to manipulate color people from what is a progression of accountability of what happened to our ancestors. You know, regardless of what is being said, nobody has ever taken accountability for this situation that happened to those of us who are descendants of those who were put in the transatlantic slave trade, right? And then on top of that, people who actually went through traumatic things, i.e., Holocaust survivors. Think of some other things that America or other countries did that they got reparations for what happened to them from the trauma. But have we ever got anything noticed, or have we ever got reparations for it? No, we haven't. And we're the only group of people that get treated like piece of crap still, and it's not acknowledged. So stop. If you are combating against other African nations and countries and Ghana, who stepped up and put this on the platform, stop. Like, if anything, support your black brothers, your black sister and brother, because other countries around that you keep supporting, that you keep flying to, that you keep traveling to. And I am an avid person. I've flown to all these other countries that have shown you that they don't care about you. The country that I reside in, they cannot even recognize that this is wrong. What happened? What happened to humanity, human people of color from my descent? And then you have other countries that couldn't say yes or no. Like, any person can see, deeply see, that what happened to African Americans, to Africans and Caribbeans, Africans in the European area, Africans in Russia, everywhere that they were taken, they can see it was wrong. It is documented that Europe came together and had a meeting of how to capitalize on Africa. Telly, think with your mind. Why haven't we had any apologies and then reparations? Why does it take this long? I was just looking at Harvard having to pay back a lady about pictures that they kept so long of her ancestry, her family Her great, 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 great grandpa and great, great grandma dressed naked, you know what I mean? And something that they kept in their files that they thought they can keep. Or think about some of the things that the European countries took and they give it back to the African nations to borrow it when it's theirs in the beginning. Come on. If you are a part of the problem causing to fight against African nations, when they actually put it on, you think, wait a minute, you think these white European nations, you think they're going to stand up and say, this is wrong what we did? No, they will never say that. That's why it took our own to stand up and say it. Please get on the right side of history. Stop being an advocate for those who don't even care about your struggle or whatever you've been through, or whoever who want to see you in demise. Get on the right side of history and go after those people who actually want to see you get reparations. They want to see you actually celebrate it. They want to see the apology. It's going to happen. These countries who voted against, even those 3 countries that said no, I mark my words, they are going to apologize. And not only are they going to apologize and give reparations, but they are going to apologize and give double reparations. And God is going to cause them to do it. Mark my words, it's going to happen. Because God don't like ugly. And you cannot continue and continue and continue and continue to do bad to a person or a group of people and not get your half of what happened. Everybody goes through it. Even when you do a person bad, you experience bad in your life or in your child's life or somewhere. So it's going to happen. The cup is too full that it will not be dealt with. Mark my words. Be on the right side of history. Because when they start giving reparations, don't act like you want them now, since you fought against the country that stood up for you to help you get it.